How's everyone doing today? Hey, I just kind of wanted to do a quick video, quick vlog about my first Apple device. Yeah, it was an iPad, not an iPhone. This is kind of what made me go really deep into the Apple ecosystem. Long story short, I was at work and they purchased an iPad Air. And it was about 2015, and started playing around with it at work. Really liked it. I've seen the Android tablets before. I was a huge Android user, and never really liked the Android tablets. It just felt cheap. The graphics felt cheap. But the iPad I had, I believe it was an Air at work, was pretty solid. The graphics were really good. And I decided to buy one. And it was about 2016. And the iPad Pro 9-inch, I think it's a 9.11 inch, came out. And I decided to purchase one. Now, of course, I bought the pencil and the keyboard later on. But this thing kind of was a game changer for me. One of the reasons why it was such a game changer for me was because I sat there and looked at it going, this can literally replace my laptop computer just with the keyboard alone. I'm actually on the verge of selling it, so I took a lot of programs off. I purchased a new iPad, but I kind of want to go over this one. So a lot of the stuff on here is not I have on there. On my other iPad I don't have. After I purchased the iPad, I ended up getting the iPhone 7 in black, and I really liked it. However, I wanted to try out the Pixel, and at the same time, because I was still kind of wasn't really sold on the iPhone. So long story short, I did have the iPhone 7 in black, and then I ended up getting the Pixel 2. And the Pixel 2 was it was a good phone. It had you can squeeze the sides of the phone to get the Google Assistant. And once the novelty wore off on that, after a couple of months, I won my iPhone back. It really wasn't all that function. It was a good phone, but for me, the iPhone seemed to work a lot better. I also realized too with the iPhone that when you get calls, you can use it for text messaging. Anytime you got phone calls or text messaging, it would show up on the iPad. And I did not know that at the time. For a whole year, I did not know that because I actually traded my iPhone a year later for the Pixel 2. But this is what kind of started it all. Later on, I purchased the Gen 1 Apple Pencil. This kind of changed everything for me. As far as note taking, you can take notes with it. I even went out and bought GoodNotes for my iPad. And then after I bought the iPad, I went looking around for a keyboard for the iPad. This is one of the original this is actually the keyboard that came with the iPad, and I got it for like $50 on eBay, some eBay store. And this thing worked really well for me. This was basically my secondary computer. My laptop that I had was broken, and everything I do on my laptop, I can pretty much do on here. Yeah, that's my dog. She got caught digging in the yard. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to kind of blog about this, talk about my iPad because I'm selling it to a friend. I ended up buying the iPad Pro 12-inch M1 model, and with the Apple Pencil and the Magic Keyboard and I really haven't looked back. I like it, and I do use it more than I do my new MacBook. I bought the 14-inch MacBook Pro M1, and I do use this more than I do my Mac. But this here is what started it off, going down the becoming an Apple user, was an iPad. Yeah, not an iPhone, not a iPod, nothing like that, but it was an iPad.